Okay, trade review for Friday, September 11th. I'm going to try to make this quick because I've tried recording this video 3 times and I keep getting fuzzy audio. Anyways, first thing in the morning, I dumped DVAX. I bought this at the end of the day as a spec, hoping for a little bounce. Bought right here at 262. Price action wasn't good in the morning, sold at 265 and it just dumped, so I'm glad I got rid of that. If you look at this stock, that's terrible. You get a pop like this on news and it goes all the way down to below where the news released. That's a bad sign. Stay away. This was the star of the day, EDAP. I've been in this stock for a little while. I bought this first spike here. News in the low 4s. I had it again in the low 4s. I had it again in the low 4s. We got a falling pennant formation here. We got a little box flag. We got a flaggy flag. Anything you want to think of, this is bullish. Up volume days were big, down volume days were small. I've been watching the price action of the stock for a while too. In the mornings, there are big buy surges, then it gets faded throughout the day. It almost looks like it's being manipulated, just so people can get some orders in the low 4s and make it look weak. That's what it felt like. It really did. And today we got news. Today's news was that their ultrasound machine for treating prostate cancer was approved in Taiwan, and also they sold their first machine in South America. So they're breaking into that market, and they got another one in another market in Taiwan. So it's good news for these guys. They're also in phase 2 and 3 fast track medical device trials for their ultrasound machine that zaps kidney stones, and that's what this first news is about. So if this gets approval in the U.S. for kidney stones, and the I don't even know if these guys are in the U.S. for the prostate cancer one yet, but if that one's on tap too, this could be a real mover. So keep your eye on this. I'm going to be trading this aggressively from now on, now that the flag is broke out. See, in the morning it just took off right away, and I told myself after this broke out of that flag, that daily flag around 410, 420, that I was going to add and start getting aggressive, but I didn't. I already had a decent sized position, so I just let it rip. I put my first seller up here at 477. It didn't get filled. It pulled back and lighter volume, and the volume came flying back in. It was strong, so I had an order at 477, but it looked strong, so I pulled it. I had a sell order at 488. But I pulled it 503. Again, it was still just pushing up. There was no really pullback. And then I put one at 515, and I got filled in this spike. So I basically sold the top, a third of my position. So that was good news. Tested 5 again, and slowly faded away on lighter volume. So it's actually still a good day for this stock. I want to swing this long. I think this has some more upside. It just broke out here, so I'm expecting to see some pattern pushing up into the 6s. Hopefully if we break up past 6 and get moving, this would be a fun stock to trade, so keep your eye on that one. YRCW, I've been swinging this one. This is a weekly chart. I've been swinging this one for a few days here, selling in the morning or selling on the spike and then adding again. So today was the same deal. I carried a position over from yesterday. We had news in the morning that UPS, they upped their guidance, their shipping outlook, so it looked at all shippers. YRCW has a 30% or close to a 30% short interest. They had some amendments to their credit facility, and they also had a union contract redo with their employees. So they look like they're turning their stuff around, and if the economy strengthens, this could be good news for this stock. And it's been strong the last little while. I don't know if it's a squeeze or people loading up, looking for longer things, but it's working. I sold this first spike here. I sold my whole position actually at 347. I'm a spike catcher today. So I sold that. I was patting myself on the back for selling a spike, and I kind of lost track of it. I pulled back, tested support, and then came up to this level of support and then took off again. And if I was really smart, I would have actually loaded back up here. Sold that first spike, wait for a pullback, I would have loaded up even larger and just played it intraday. And we went up and tested this 355 area, which is what I had pegged as a next resistance line. I didn't do anything during this. I just watched it. Towards the end of the day, I bought another position at 360, and then I sold it in the aftermarket at 366. If this was a weekday, I would have carried that over, and already it's up to 370 here in the late hours. But it's a weekend, and I'll get a chance to buy it again on Monday. So keep your eye on YRCW. I had this on a weekly, and this is great on a weekly. I mean, look at this. We got a lot of resistance up here in the 4 area, so we got room to 4 for sure. And if we can bust out past 6, this thing, I'd set alert if over 6, and you got a ride from 6 until 12 here. A nice double if this can get some momentum. So keep your eye on YRCW. I traded this one too. This was the hot stock of the day. This is TIV, Tri-Valley Corp. It has some news related to gold or some oil finds or claims to some gold or something. I'm not too sure. I really didn't read up on it. I just was following the momentum. And this basically went from basically $1.20 to 360. So it pulled a triple. Or, well, it went up 200%. But this had a nice push up in the morning. I didn't see this actually till later on. And just a nice straight flag, didn't give back too much at all, and then took off again. I actually like this little rounded consolidation pattern, and I like when I see this. It usually looks like it's going to retest. So I bought at 281, just looking for a retest, a little quick scalp, and I sold at 291. And I thought I was smart again, selling the spike, came back down to my purchase price area, and then ripped up another 70 cents to 360. So I was just standing there watching that, and then I dumped right at the end of the day back down to about 290. I don't know if that's a one-day event, but keep your eye on that one. Here's the daily. So yesterday it gave us a little bit of a warning on slightly increased volume, and then today it just took off. So watch TIV. I had a good week. I hope you guys did too. We'll see you next week.